Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential and I'm here today with a roundup of the latest Butterick patterns. So I've picked out a few of my favourites, plus we've got loads of gorgeous new fabrics on our website as well. So I've picked out beautiful fabrics to pair them with. Everything I talk about today is available on our website and you'll find links to all the products I mentioned below. And if you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, because every Friday I bring you a video packed full of sewing goodness. And if you can't wait a whole week, do check out our Instagram account where I share posts daily on our grid and stories and tips and various different things as well. At the end of the video we will do a slideshow of the full range as well. I've just picked out a few of my favourites today, so do stay tuned for that if you want to see the full new range from Butterick. So let's get started with the first pattern. There's some really great autumn blouses and a couple of dresses and a lovely jacket as well that I've picked out. But I'm all about the blouses in autumn. I love wearing a blouse with my jeans and a cardigan because I find if I wear jumpers every day I just get bored of wearing the same thing every day. But I feel like with blouses and cardigans you can mix and match things a bit more, bring some nice pops of colour into your wardrobe as well. So I was really pleased to see some lovely designs from Butterick this season, including Butterick 6856, which runs from a size 8 to a 24. So an 8 is a 31.5 bust, 24 waist, 33.5 hip, and a 24 is a 46 bust, 39 waist and a 48 hip. It's a really contemporary looking blouse, this one, I think. It's got it's a button down blouse with a little collar stand, and it's got patch pockets on the front, and then long sleeves with a little cuff and just a nice shaped hem, and just looks like the sort of blouse you would wear again and again and again. I made a Butterick blouse last year, I think it was. I made some little alterations to it, added like a little frill around the neck, and I absolutely love wearing that blouse. I just think they've got some lovely designs with some interesting little design details. There's also a yoke across the back as well, and I think you've got the option for fish darts if you want them on the back as well. There is bust darts to give you a nice shape, and there is also a little yoke at the front there as well. So lots of nice design features. I think it'd be a lot of fun to sew, and I think you'd get a huge amount of wear out of it. I know I would. Now on the packet they've gone for some nice sort of simple plain, it looks like sandwash silk or something along those lines, but the fabric I chose is this gorgeous Paris satin fabric. It's a John Caldor, and recently somebody made the most beautiful blouse in one of the previous colourways of this range, and it just looked absolutely gorgeous, and I thought this would work really well for that blouse. I think it would show this beautiful print off really well. So yeah, that was my choice for that one. Silky soft and just so nice. I think that, you know, the trends this year for the autumn winter are colour, colour, colour. It's bright colours everywhere. Everyone needs that lift of, you know, a bit of colour after all the troubles and strife that we've had. So really pleased to see that, and I think our new range echoes, you know, that sort of fashion and trend that's going on at the moment. The next one I want to share with you is 6855, another gorgeous blouse pattern. I really think I'm going to have to make these. I hope I get around to it. I always say that. There's always so many things I want to make. Love this one. So it's a V-neck blouse which has got a centre front pleat underneath it. So it's got like a neckband that crosses over, and then there's a pleat at the front of the blouse, and then it's got a shoulder yoke. It looks like a shoulder yoke with gathers underneath it, which I always think creates a nice shape round the bust. And then you've got options with the sleeves. There's like quite a sort of full balloon or bishop sleeve that finishes in a little cuff and is gathered at the sleeve head there. That's always nice as well. If you've got gathering at the sleeve head, it kind of means setting the sleeves in is a little bit easier because you haven't got to worry so much about tucks and things because you've got gathers there, so it's just a lot easier. There's also an option, I think all the sleeves have got gathering at the top. Oh no, one of them hasn't actually. There is an option without gathering there, which goes into that lovely balloon sleeve and has got gathers at the cuff and then quite deep cuffs. There's an option that's got like a little narrow band rather than a deep cuff, and I think it might actually have shoulder pleats on that version. They've all got a back yoke with gathering at the back yoke as well, and then there's a short sleeve version as well, which is just a simple sleeve piece. It runs in an extra small to an extra large. There aren't any bust darts, so, and with the centre front pleat I think it'll be quite a loose fit on the bodice, which is I guess why they can group the sizes together. So the extra small is a 29.5 to 30.5 bust, 22 to 23 waist, 31.5 to 32.5 hip, and the XXL is 46 to 48 bust, 39 to 41.5 waist, 48 to 50 hip. So yeah, I just think it looks like a great pattern. I would probably wear mine tucked into high-waisted jeans, which is a look I really like when I'm wearing blouses and things. And the fabric I chose is this gorgeous John Caldor Madrid crepe. It's just absolutely beautiful. Got this wonderful print on it, which I love. So it's got a white background and then navy, a sort of pale blue, and a sort of rusty, almost orangey, rusty sort of coloured print on it. It's a floral print, but it's kind of got a paisley vibe almost. It's not paisley, but it's quite sort of retro feeling. I remember having a blouse from Zara, one of my favourite high street shops, in a very similar print to this, and I absolutely adored it and wore it to death. I just think it's lovely. So I think that would work really well for that pattern. It's got lovely drape and movement, the Madrid crepe has as well, but it's got a nice amount of weight and body to it as well. It's not very flimsy. It's got quite sort of like, I wouldn't say a medium weight, but it's at the heavier end of a lightweight fabric. So perfect for blouses and things for winter. The next pattern, I'm kind of on a bit of a roll with the blouses and shirts here, but a nice classic shirt pattern, Butterick 6852. Options, it's a button down, it's got a collar, and I'm not sure if it's got a collar stand or if it's a grown on collar. I think it may well have a collar stand. If you do the collar version, but then there's also a grandad collar version. It's got bust darts and fish darts at the front for a really good fit on the bodice, and then it's got fish darts on the back. It's got a yoke across the back as well, and then you've got options for short sleeves or long sleeves with a little cuff. I think there's a 3/4 option as well, where you can turn the cuff up and use a little button band to fasten it. And then there's different variations with the hem length as well. So you've got your classic sort of just on the hip sort of length, but then there is a longer length as well if you wanted to make it more like a tunic style shirt. So lots and lots of options there. And again, this one runs in an 8 to a 24. So that is just bear with me, 31.5 bust, 24 waist, 33.5 hip, and the 24 is a 46 bust, 39 waist and 48 hip. I was flicking through a Bowden magazine that dropped through the door the other day, and I noticed that they'd done a big feature on classic shirts in really bold, fun prints, and they were just sort of saying, you know, the kind of thing you'd have in your wardrobe for years to come. And I have to say, I agree. I think a nice classic shirt in a fun print is just a great way to add a bit of interest and colour to, you know, your favourite jeans or whatever, and just nice and easy to wear in the winter, but just makes you feel a little bit more put together than if you were wearing a t-shirt, for example. And we've got loads of suitable cottons, we've got shirting fabrics, we've got all sorts that you could use to make that. I mean, I'm only showing you a smidgen of the new fabrics today, so do jump on and have a look at those. But the one I chose is this Lady McElroy 100% cotton lawn fabric, which is this navy blue colourway. It's sort of a light navy, I'd say, more of a French navy. Beautifully silky soft handle, really lovely quality, and it's got these really cute little yoga people on it. I just think it's such a fun print, lovely colours. So it's little people doing yoga poses, and I just thought that would be a really fun print to make up into a classic shirt and wear with your favourite jeans. And then, you know, you could layer it with a nice cardigan. There's a few colours in there that you could pick out to pair a cardigan with it. The next pattern I wanted to share, so we're done with the tops and blouses now. We've got a lovely dress here, Butterick 6823, which runs in a 6 to a 24 again. Lots and lots and lots of interesting details on this. I think this would be a real feast of a sewing project. There's a keyhole opening at the front neckline, and there's a yoke which comes across and then has gathers underneath the yoke onto the bust, which is going to give you a nice shape there. The bodice also has two separate areas of gathering up from the waist as well, so definitely creating that nice shape in the bodice there. You've got options for a long sleeve which bellows out and then is gathered into either a little cuff or just an elastic a little band at the end, or you've got an option for a lovely pretty short flutter sleeve. And then the skirt is absolutely gorgeous, I have to say. Oh, I think I would probably actually, if I did have this pattern, I think I would be tempted to make the skirt as a standalone skirt as well and just add a waistband to it. It's so pretty. So it's a midi length skirt. It's got a beautiful ruffle that comes down the front, and then it is like a ruffled panel along the hem as well. It's just absolutely gorgeous, very on trend. The back, the sort of unusual shaped yoke that comes across like that actually runs across the back of the dress as well, and then you've got some waist darts on the front and back as well, just to give you that fit and that shape around the waist. So really super interesting pattern, so many lovely features to sew and work on. As I say, I think that would be a real feast to get stuck into. So many fabrics I could have chosen for this. We've got so many gorgeous new Moroccan viscose crepes, which are Lady McElroy. They're ethically sourced and sustainable fabrics. We've got them in loads of different prints. I chose this one, this beautiful floral print. Oh gosh, to die for, if you ask me. I just love the colours. It's on a black background, but lots of lovely bright colours, just absolutely perfect for this time of year. You know, why should we wear dark colours just because it's winter? Right, personally, as a lover of colour, I think we need colours more than ever in these months, so I'm really pleased to be stocking these fabrics. We've got lots of different designs to choose from, but you can see I just love these because they are a viscose crepe, but they feel like a crepe. They've got lovely weight, movement, body, just so lovely for dresses, you know, for the winter and for the autumn, and for blouses as well. But you would be able to wear them in the spring and the summer as well, because they're lovely and breathable, because they're viscose. So just so versatile. I cannot wait. I'm just finishing off a blouse at the moment, but I cannot wait to get my hands on these and make some lovely dresses for the autumn and winter. I think that would work beautifully just because of the drape and movement with that ruffle down the front. Oh, just looks so gorgeous. So yeah, that's the one I chose. As I said, everything's linked below, so if you like any of these fabrics, or you just want to have a look around on the website, all the other new fabrics, do hop on and have a look. The next pattern I wanted to share is Butterick 6858. So this is just a classic cozy piece to have in your wardrobe ready for winter. It runs from an extra small to an XL, so the same as one of the previous patterns. 29.5 to 30.5 bust, 22 to 23 waist, 31.5 to 32.5 hip, and then the XXL is 46 to 48 bust, 39 to 41.5 waist, and 48 to 50 hip. It's for stretch fabrics, and it's just a classic dress with princess seams, so you can get a nice fit on it. It's a nice fitted dress, probably a similar sort of shape to the one I'm wearing today. Actually, this hasn't got any princess seams, but it's like a nice fitted it's got print fish darts at the back, but it's a nice fitted jersey dress, and I just find these really useful for winter. So comfortable and cozy, great for work when I'm sat at my desk all day. I don't feel restricted around the waist. I just feel really nice and comfortable and warm. So yeah, it's a similar sort of shape as this fitted with the princess seams, and then it's got a lovely wrap over collar, or lapped collar they call it. So it's not a turtleneck. It sort of comes comes round the side and then laps over at the front, so nice and cozy and warm again. Long sleeves, and then you've also got the option to make the top version as well, so you can make there's a top with a kangaroo pocket that you can make that sort of lines up with the princess seams, makes a bit of a feature of that. So yeah, just quite a lot of options in here. There's also a pull-on skirt and trouser pattern as well with elasticated waist that come with this as well. So quite nice for active wear and lounge wear and that sort of thing. You can make yourself a really nice dress for wearing when you're going out and about, but then you can make yourself some nice cozy comfy casuals for at home as well. And I just thought that the dress would look lovely made up in this navy ponte fabric that we've got, which has got a lovely embossed print on it. I'm not sure if the camera will be able to pick that up. I hope it can, but it's like a sort of very subtle embossed wave print on the fabric, which I really like. It's like a textured ponte jersey type fabric, and I just thought a classic navy blue with some nice tan coloured knee-high boots, that would look fantastic and be very, very wearable for every day. And then finally, Butterick 6862, just a lovely jacket pattern. You know, it's the season for slow sewing, getting your teeth into some tailoring or some projects that are going to take a little bit longer. So why not have a go at this boyfriend style jacket with notched collar, single button fastening at the front. It's got pockets. We do all the tailoring supplies you might need. So if you have a look on the website, I'll try and remember to link it below as well. We've got like a section for speed tailoring where there's all sorts of tapes and edge tapes and things for doing your lapels and making sure they sit really nicely. We've got stuff for sleeve heads and, you know, all the things that you'll need. So I'll try and remember to pop a link. We've got some lovely interfacings as well that work really well for lapels and things, so I'll pop some links to those below. My mother-in-law Angela's a real expert on tailoring. She's made so many gorgeous jackets, so if you were unsure about any of the products you wanted to buy from us, just drop us an email and we can help you out with that as well. This runs from an 8 to 24 again, so same sizing as quite a few of the other patterns. And the fabric I've chosen today is this Prince of Wales check, which is just a nice classic suiting fabric, never really goes out of fashion. The lady on the front of the packet, I love a nice check, and my little boy said, oh mommy, she's got a jacket like yours, because I've got a check jacket that I wear loads in the autumn. I just love it. So I thought the Prince of Wales check would work really nicely. However, I'm hoping, I don't know whether it will have happened by the time this video goes live, but I'm hoping that we've got some gorgeous new coating and seating fabrics which are really reasonably priced and I think would be wonderful for that jacket pattern. This is one of them. It's a lovely sort of, it's heavy because there's a lot of it, but a lovely sort of tweed effect. It's like a navy blue or black, and then it's got navy blue and that little sort of gold fleck through it as well. Just really lovely base colours for a jacket like that. So yeah, I'm hoping there's some other colourways as well, and there's some lovely coating fabrics. I'm hoping they're going to be on by the time this video goes live, but if not, make sure you stay up to date with our newsletters and things as well, because we always share that information on there as well for you. So I hope you've enjoyed that today. As always, everything I talked about today is available on our lovely website, so do jump on and have a look. I've linked all the products below, and if you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.